Gypsyfae Creations. Thanks for tuning in. I am doing some cupcake soaps today. The specific cupcake soap I am doing is an apple pie cupcake. So I'm just going to mix my lye water solution and my oils together. I had a little bit of lye crystal undissolved in there, so I just strained it. Don't always have to do that, but for this one I had some floaties in there. So let's give this a whirl and get it to a light trace. Alright, got that to a very light trace. And I'm doing cupcakes because I like to do some at least once a month to keep them, you know, in stock. The color I chose for this is a caramel brown butterscotch mica powder from Crafter's Choice, and I just got this sample because I thought this color was just gorgeous. I had to try it, so we'll see what that looks like in the base of the cupcakes. That's what I'm making right now. So we'll put some of that in there, and we'll give that a mix and see what it looks like. Alright, so this is now at a light trace. I am happy with that color. So I'm going to add in my fragrance. And the fragrance I am using is called Apple Pie. It's from Crafter's Choice. So it's kind of an apple pie, like apple brown sugar, fresh baked pie crust type smell. It has 1% vanillin in it, so I did add just a little bit of color stabilizer to combat the discoloration that I could possibly get. If I do in here, it's not that big of a deal. We're already at a brown color anyway. So let's just scrape down the sides and we can start pouring into the cupcake liners. Smell super good. Let's add our fragrance. Just mixing that vanilla color stabilizer up in there. It tends to sink to the bottom. Right. Mix that in. I was really inspired by the apple picking that Bradley and I had done. And that's why I wanted to do these cupcakes, because I'm baking some pies today. I figured I'd bake one to take to work, and I'd bake one to give Brad to take to work. That is what I like to do. I will bake to my heart's content. I don't really eat it though. I might have one piece of it. I don't like to keep it around the house, but I like to take it and share it with other people. And I think everyone enjoys it, especially everyone at work. They miss my baking. Before I started making soap, I was a baker. Alright, so let's get our molds together here. These are just silicone molds that I bought off of Amazon, and I will leave a link to them down below. Alright, let's start pouring here. I've put them on a cutting board so that they're easy to transport, and if I need to tap them down, I can do that easier when they're on something that I can lift. Alright, so let's pour in the first one, and then I'm going to go throughout. I'm going to fill up most of them, and then I'll go back over and just fill up any of them that need a little topping on them. I'm loving this color. It reminds me so much of the cake part of an apple cupcake, the color it should be. So I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, before I started doing soaps, I was a baker. I worked in a bakery. Outside of work, I would, you know, do stuff for my kitchen, whether it's wedding cakes or first birthday cakes or cheesecakes or just whatever I could get into. And now that I'm making soap, I'm like, yeah, I don't have time to do that. And everyone keeps begging me, like, please bake something for us. Bring us in some treats. So why don't I bring in a couple apple pies? Every now and then I like to surprise everyone with a little treat. And we went apple picking, and I have so many apples now that I'm like, I can't possibly eat them all. So I will make a couple apple pies. Alright, so this last one here I'm going to scrape out my bowl. See if I can get one more out of this. I think I can. everything out, and then I'll just keep scraping this bowl out until I can get everything out of it. Put some more in this guy over here. And I know I said I was done with fall soaps. To me, this isn't really a fall soap. It's kind of a transition between fall and winter. I think hot apple pies are really good for like Thanksgiving or even Christmas time. They're just that end of the year treat. So apple pie cupcakes is my in-between. Alright, so I am going to get my icing together, my whipped icing, and put the tops on these. So for the embeds, I've got a couple different colored apples made out of melt and pour soap. You can leave the link to that mold down below too if you're interested. And then I've got some salts that I'm going to put in there and a little glitter. So they're going to be kind of simple in my opinion. But we'll see if I can make them look like the realistic apple cupcakes that I'm going for. Alright, so I got my fluffy white icing ready to go here. I'm just going to start by putting a little dollop into each one of the middle of these little cupcakes, like so. And I'm using a Wilton 8B. It's one of my favorite tips to use for food-related soaps. I'm trying not to rush through this because I find that I don't always get the topping on here the way I want it because I don't take my time or I don't pay attention. And this icing just turned out perfectly that I just want to do this correctly the first time. Not have to scrape anything off and redo it. Alright, so now that we have a dollop on each one of these, I'm just going to go back very carefully and add another ring on. I have a feeling these are going to be really tall cupcakes. I've made a lot of icing for these. Just like that. My house is going to smell so good. I've got apple pies and apple cupcake soaps going. It's going to be hard to tell the difference, I think. It just smells so good. I feel like I've been all over the place with the types of soaps that I wanted to do lately. With my 3-pound mold, my 5-pound mold, my pie mold, my cupcake mold. I've just wanted to work with them all lately. And that's just because my headspace is full of all kinds of ideas. Let me fill this icing bag up. Won't be the last time I have to do that. So I do have some other projects that I want to work on that I've planned out, and I'm not sure how interested everyone is in seeing them. I have some deodorant, all natural deodorant that I want to work on. Shampoo bars, bubble bars. I'm going to get back into bath bombs for the holiday season. It's been a while since I've done those, and with the humidity slowly going away around here, it's the perfect time to do a bath bomb. So let me know if anyone wants to see any of these projects that I'm working on, and I will be sure to film them. Got some candles that I'm going to get back in the shop for the holidays. You know, I just got to start getting ready because it is a busy time of the year. And I just have so many ideas. I don't know where to start. And then there's the whole finding time to execute these different projects. It gets a little difficult because, again, me and Bradley are always busy. Then there's the holidays coming up. And I have a full-time job, so it's not always an easy thing for me. So if I can record one of these things for you, if you are interested, let me know in the comments section. Alright, I'm going to fill up this icing bag, and then I'm just going to keep going with the rest of these guys. Yep, these are some big boys. So I'm going to top these off with my little apple guys. I think right on top there. And then I'm gonna let them sit for just a little bit until they've hardened enough for me to put the salts on the side of them. And you'll see what I mean. I think they're adorable. Alright, I'm gonna let these sit for a couple minutes and then I'll bring it back in. I've got some sea salt that I've rolled around in some different browns and gold micas to kind of look at the caramel bits, or like the sugared bits that you might put on top of a pie crust. And then I'll add a little bit of glitter to them. Salts. Pick up one of these cupcakes here. And I'm just going to kind of press them onto the sides here. Like so. Like that. Missed the spot over here without sticking my finger in this cupcake or dropping it. But I am making a huge mess of salts over here. Alright. I'm going to continue making a mess over here, but I think it's really cute. The first time I ever made cupcakes were with apple pie fragrance. It was an apple pie cupcake. The first time I ever made any type of cupcake soap. So, super cute. Alright, I've got some glitter on here. And I'm going to let these sit for probably 12 to 24 hours. And I'll come back to unmold them and show you guys. So back in Tierra Land, they're just too plain. They're just too plain for my little brain. And I thought I'd make more of a mess. So I've got some of the butterscotch caramel mica and some clear melt and pour. And I'm just going to add a little drizzle to these because I thought it would tie in the top with the bottom. And then I think I'm going to be done with them. Can't leave me to my own devices because as soon as the camera turns off I'm like, what else can I do to these? Now I'm happy with them. Oh, they're so delicious looking. Yay, and I made more of a mess. Perfect. I can't wait to clean up all the mess I've made off camera. I've also dropped a container of mica that didn't have the lid all the way on, so I have to clean that up. And then all the dishes, you know, the best part of soap making. And I thought, hey, a little more glitter doesn't hurt. Right? Just add that to the mess. Alright. Now I'm leaving them alone. Now I'm happy with them. So I'll bring you guys back to unmold them. Super in love with how they turned out with a little drizzle on there. So quite happy with that design. And I'm just going to unpeel one of these to show you guys what they look like on the inside. I love that perfectly caramel color on there, and that is what the entire soap looks like. If you guys are interested in buying it, it will be on sale in the Etsy shop on October 10th. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up if you are new to the channel. Whoops, that salts are gonna make a mess everywhere. Don't forget to subscribe. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. They're really slippery. And until next time, guys, I hope you have a very nice day and smell you later.
Oh my god. This is madness.
Amazing. like a slinky.
It's an apple slinky.
Look how too cold. Easy.